Okay, so CLG is no longer first, and TSM are still last. Okay, good. I'm getting my note. Oh, hey, what's up, guys? Hey, so I know it's been a while since I've been around. I'm Coach Giss, if you don't remember me. I was watching the game, a little confused just because there's some new names I don't recognize and some new players. I've been out of the game for a little bit here, but I'm going to throw out my resume to a couple other teams to see if anyone's looking for an assistant coach. I was hoping that the two of you could actually help me out here with a little quiz.
Yeah,
do you guys have anything going on right now?
Well, I got something for you.
Yeah.
What team's in last place?
Last place. It's TSM.
No, it's not.
Golden Guardians.
Yes.
There we go. All right. See, this is what I need. I need help with this kind of stuff because if I go into an interview, they're just gonna roast me with my current game knowledge.
Oh, I'll roast you. Don't worry.
Okay. Well, clearly,
Get out of the way
I got that one wrong already. All right, Cubby. Give me a question. Give me a low ball right now. Okay. Let's catch me up. Let's slowly get me back into this thing.
More impressive rookie jungler, or most impressive rookie jungler. Do you know any of the rookie junglers?
Shaden. I hear Shaden's been popping off, right? Over on Cloud9 Academy?
Yeah, that's a good one. But who else? We had one in this game do well.
Yeah.
You got to know him.
One in this game?
Yeah.
Well, obviously, it wasn't Chad. I know Chad. Will. He's not a rookie, though. Yeah, it's a trick question. That's a trick question. He played last year.
Second split?
Yeah, second split. Not a rookie, though. Not a rookie.
All right.
I wouldn't count it as well. Who knows? Okay, these are good questions. Thank you. Ones that I actually know and can answer. Magical, back to you. Give me another one. Let's up the difficulty a little bit here, okay? Test my knowledge a little.
Name a single champion that just one. All you have to do is one that has not been played yet or even touched.
Teemo.
There you go. Good job.
All right.
That's too easy. I wanted to increase the difficulty level.
Okay, give me a second.
If I'm going to get hired by an LCS organization, I need to prove that I know what I'm talking about, okay? They're not just going to hire me off of that. Well, that's how I got my job at Golden Guardians the first time. But probably not twice.
Hold on. Then name the two champions that sit at a 64% presence. Don't look away. Don't look away. You look at me.
I'm not looking at my screen. Okay, you can don't look at my sunglass reflection.
No. Keep those eyes up here.
Seraphine, is she one?
Name another.
Okay, Seraphine and I don't know, Senna.
You're wrong on both accounts.
Yeah, Senna would be probably the highest presence we have up there with Wukong, though.
Yes,
but
Senna's at 91.
64%.
Viego and Zeri.
I assumed that we were just going with like the highest percentage. That was
Zeri.
so rude.
Senna's like 90%. That's
90%. Yeah,
all right,
91%.
all right. I was just going with the two that I thought would have the highest. All right, Cubby. I failed that one. No, wait, who are they? Let's hear the answer.
I just said Viego and Zeri.
Gotta work on the listening
Viego
skills.
Zeri. Okay. I don't know why that's relevant of a question, but I'll put it in my draft notes.
You told me to make the questions harder, so I did.
You know what? I can't fault you for following the rules. Cubby, let's throw me a hard ball, a fastball, one I wouldn't be expecting, okay? I really want to prove that I got what it takes to get back in the game.
Who has the highest goal differential at 15 out of all top laners in the league?
Highest goal differential of 15 out of all top laners in the league. Tenacity?
Starshawn, Tenacity's third. That last game probably helped, though. Even with the cap.
All right. Well, hey, we got to check the stats now, okay? Because maybe that last game bumping up Tenacity's numbers. You never know. He had some pretty good CSing on that kill.
Yeah, we also haven't seen Cloud9 today, and they play later today on this stream. So we could also see Darshan just making a larger lead.
All right, I'll be taking notes during that game then. Okay. All right, Magical, back to you. Your final question. Quiz me. Roast me. Give me a hard one, okay?
What support played week 1 for TSM Academy that got replaced by Shen Yi? No looking away.
How about give me 3 seconds?
No.
Real quick here.
Fine. 3,
okay,
2,
I'm not
1,
cheating.
Go.
I swear, I would never cheat. It couldn't be me.
2,
I don't even think it's
1.
on Wikipedia.
What is it?
You're no, it's not.
The answer's just MIA.
It is, because it's Mia.
Well, that's not fair. That wasn't even on Leaguepedia. I couldn't even cheat. How am I supposed to pass these as
That's
an
a great question.
LCS assistant coach if I can't cheat?
Well, that's the point.
Might have to start with
All right.
Academy assistant coach.
Well, clearly, I need to put some more work in and some more prep because I was not ready coming in to today.
I told you I would make sure these questions are difficult for you. And you
definitely did that.
You scoffed at my first question. I was trying to give you a nice softball. I was just trying to toss it up for you. And you ridiculed it. So I had to go even worse. I had to make it even worse.
Well, you know what? That was my first mistake, is mocking a man named Mad Magical on live broadcast.
Exactly.
Clearly,
I've made that mistake many times before. It's not a good. It's a trap. It's a trap card every time.
All right. Well, I got to go do some more studying, so I'm going to give it back over to you. Thank you for helping me out with that one. I appreciate it. And hopefully, maybe next time you see me, I'll be a little more knowledgeable about the teams, the players. Okay?
Sounds good.
Yeah, some tough love here over on Academy. He'll appreciate that in the long haul. You know.
Yeah, I hope so.
All right. I'm going to go.
Oh, thank God he's gone. That guy's terrible.
We went through an entire round robin without him. Now he's back.
Yeah, I know.
What was this, Kelsey?
Exactly. Come on. I thought we got rid of this guy. Well, actually, wait. Wasn't it Kungus you wanted to fire?
No, I want Kungus back. Are you kidding me? Please, for the love of God, bring Kungus back.
I think Kungus is the people's host. I think
the
Kungus is what the people want. It's just not.
He's hosting the Kids' Choice Award with Green Slime. Actually, it's great. As speaking of People's Choice, hey, Matt Magical, your People's Choice of our match of the day was IMT versus 100. Did that game one live up to it as we bring back Kangas?
I think it did.
For 100 Thieves, it did.
Yeah.
Okay. Kangas,
I mean,
as someone's been missing.
Yes.
What did you think? That was your first, I guess, third look at 100 Thieves, first look live in person. What do you think of this team?
Dude, drafting is so different in summer from spring. It is actually ridiculous, the types of champions that we're seeing based on the durability changes.
The mobile game didn't prepare you for this?
Yeah, not quite. No? Not quite. Not gonna lie. Yeah, sure. But the Kale versus Fiora matchup, that was not one. Blind pick Fiora. I want to start with that because I know that like the conversation around Tenacity, hearing all of you talk about him and what we've been expecting so far, even the stats reflecting this, he's blind picking more often than he's not. And he's also going for carry champions. The way 100 Thieves Academy play, it's very much top half of the map carries the games. Bottom half of the map, even though BMFX had a really good game there, actually his Kalista was very solid. In general, he's kind of towards the bottom of the standings when it comes to most stats for lane, and it's instead Tenacity that is getting the resources and popping off. Did we expect Vital to throw that kind of gauntlet there? Blind picking the Fiora?
Yeah.
Blind Fiora, we have like over half of the top laners in the league are willing to blind Fiora, which honestly, it's about time. That you could have blinded this champ on the last patch, I swear, like before durability. Champs, it's pretty good. And so, you know, I like the fact these guys are starting to throw down a little bit, but doing that into Tenacity, into Kale, if you don't dive that champ twice early, you get in big trouble. And that's exactly what happened that game.
The reason that it confused me is because, again, I do not pass the eye test. I want everybody to be aware of that. So that's why I'm asking the two of you to give me more clarification here. When we just look at the stats. Glasses? Yes, exactly. Vital, he's 8th in KDA, 10th in kill participation, 10th in kill share, 2nd in death percentage for the team, and 10th in gold percentage for the team. Immortals don't play to this guy. They do not play around the top side of the map. When I see a Fiora locked in, is this something that you're locking in to play for yourself, or is this something that we expect then the rest of Immortals to change their play style and how they've been piloting their games so far to now pivot towards Vital? Because I don't see that as the win condition for Immortals.
It feels like a deny to me. And yeah, Vital's laning stats have been rather low, which, I mean, as a rookie, we do somewhat expect, especially when you're going up against a player like Tenacity. What we have seen promising aspects from Vital, though, is in the team fights. We actually have seen quite a few good angles on Vital's champions, which, for the most part, have been the Yone, the Fiora, and the Gwen, which he's 3-0 on. So, I think for Vital, don't blind Fiora into Tenacity. I think we learned that the hard way. It's probably a deny pick away from Tenacity, too, as, again, he is willing to throw down that gauntlet, but yeah, that definitely hurt him. And then overall, just the comp, that Swain 5 pick, they had no damage. Senna Talia, not enough damage in that comp. So I think the draft, we have seen a lot of weird drafts on 12-12. We are the first region to play on 12-12 besides amateur play. So a lot of these teams are just trying to figure out, you can see like different scrim metas emerging. Everyone has different priorities. So I think we're still in a phase where we're kind of in discovery mode here for Academy. So we get to learn the patch with you, Kangas. It's great.
This is perfect. Great time for me to sub in. Magical, let's go back to the narrative that we had set up going into this match. The mid lane versus mid lane. Jimmy and Pretty, kind of super heavyweight matchup. Pretty had a really cool fight. You know, we hyped up, maybe not as big of like the laning carry, but then once you get out of lane into the team fight, maybe where all of Immortals start to shine more. Yeah, that one really solid performance around the Dragon. But outside of that, did this deliver to the extent that we were expecting?
With that specific matchup, yes. I think Pretty actually was playing very well in the team fights. I think he was pretty crucial in a lot of how they almost were able to turn some of the fights. Think about the one around Dragon, where not only did Chad steal the Dragon, but then they got 3 kills on top of 100 Thieves. Even if they ended up losing all their members, it was mostly off the back of Pretty and how he played those fights. I think that if they just build a slightly better composition going into this time, because last time he was the only real damage source, as Cubby had kind of called out, maybe they'll be able to set up Pretty a bit better, or another member to help Pretty as well.
Could be pretty tough for them going into a game number 2 against 100 Thieves Academy. And with that said, we are ready for pick and ban, so I'm going to pass it over to Magical and Cubby to get us underway.
He comes back and he gives a pun as he tosses it. I can't with this guy. I swear. I swear, Cubby. I swear!
I mean, that was a heck of a break. You want to know how Tenacity spent that break?
How?
Tweeting clips at Kelsey and the rest of us of Tyler 1 calling him washed up on stream.
Well, I mean, why don't we just send him clips of him playing Fiora yesterday, or playing Kale, or looking at draft? Because right now we're seeing Seraphine banned, Zeri banned, Bel'Veth, Gangplank, pretty much the same crew that we saw from last time.
Same sides. We'll say Immortals putting that Seraphine ban first. I'm curious if 100 Thieves have let the Senna through again. As I think for the side of Immortals, if you run a Senna comp, you just have to have some damage elsewhere. And I think Immortals prioritizing that Senna, it is a deny from BMFX and Busio. Of course, his champion pool gets very, very much opened up if there is a Senna in the hands of 100 Thieves. And it does look like Immortals are at least going to stick with that part of the strategy.
Yeah, it doesn't look like anything's changing up, really.
I expect Kalista Wukong again. There's no reason to change it up for 100 Thieves.
That, or maybe grab the Fiora earlier on for Tenacity, but even that's just like, that's really throwing down the gauntlet.
He's having some fun with it.
He's having fun. I'm expecting Kalista. I'm expecting Wukong right alongside you. There it is. Lock that in. And then on the other side, this is where I'm wondering if we see some changes, like the Rengar getting locked in earlier. Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, I would have liked this on.
we were both synced up there as like, oh, I don't know. Running this back again.
Yeah, I think now, we both wanted the Lissandra there because it just works so well when you need to help bolster someone who's looking for the assassinations in the backline, plus going more the bruiser build.
I mean, we've seen, and also you don't get the Tom Kench now, so I'm curious what 100 Thieves decides to do, as it could easily be, they could ban it or they could just leave it up if Busio wants to play that Pike again. And also, when you pick that Fiora, you know that the Kale's going to come through. Rengar is so much upfront damage. When Kale is grouped and you can ult whoever Rengar jumps on, you take away a lot of the damage in Rengar's kit. So I think for Chad, we'll see how creative he gets in the early game. Again, importance of him getting ahead early is humongous in this one. And he does love the creative stuff on the Rengar. As we're going to see if Tom Kench is taken away here or not from the side of 100 Thieves.
Well, see, this is where I'm also looking at the mid lane pool, because there it is, Tilia. The Tilia ban, expected, but it's mostly because when I look at what Immortals have drafted, you talked about how they could miss out on a lot of damage from Rengar into Kale. They need to make sure they're making up somewhere else so they can still have that damage. Pretty's been so comfortable. I just talked about how good he was on the Tilia last game, despite the loss.
Pike takeaway tells me they want Tom Kench again, as Busio. This is not the first Pike ban that he's drawn. I think we saw it taken away in the first round, actually.
Yeah, a few times.
As, yeah, 100 Thieves looking to push themselves up even further up in the standings, as currently sitting 13-6.
Oh.
Okay, so the Pike ban does draw out a Tom Kench ban. Now I'm really curious to see what happens with the Senna. As Joey's going to have to dig a little bit deep in that chat pool. Again, we haven't seen a ton of Senna out of the side of IMT. Joey's mostly been on Renata duty for the entire split.
So if you're
Renata's very good.
If you're Immortals, then what would you lock in with Senna?
You have to blind it. Set is not bad.
Okay.
Galio takeaway.
Interesting.
I gotta start like piecing together the puzzle here. That tells me that IMT wants Ari. I think Ari could actually be a really good takeaway by 100 Thieves here. Plays pretty well into what IMT wants to do. It gives Jimmy in a little bit more priority in the lane, and it does give Busio counterpick, which I'm expecting at this point. It could always just be a Renata takeaway, though.
It is.
So Busio on the Renata. Now we'll see if IMT decides to switch it up. Maokai's
yeah, it is, but the thing
angle here.
I'm looking almost at mid lane at the moment, just because I'm wondering. There's a lot of ability to survive fights, especially bursts from 100 Thieves at the moment. Because with that Rengar, I was thinking Ari. I was thinking maybe even
Senna Heimer. Let's go. Senna Heimerdinger. We broke Mad Magical, baby. We got Senna Heimer bot.
Okay.
Let's go. I love it. I'm here
too.
for it.
I'm just baffled by it.
They need magic damage, and this will be a twist of fate. So again, pretty. It's important to note that last game is the first game of Talia that he actually dropped. TF will help him actually make plays in the map with the Rengar. A lot more ability for IMT to make plays in this game. I will say, Swain is not as good, but is still playable.
Yeah,
there are more ways to deal with Swain.
Yeah, I think it's decent here. It's not great. It's not terrible. I think you're fine to play it anyways. Yeah. It's more about the lane state anyways and denying Twisted Fate from roaming around it to begin with. Plus, even when you have a Heimerdinger who's good at zone control, you can sustain that with a Swain. It makes sense to draft it.
I just love how we broke Mad Magical and the Heimerdinger was locked in.
We
have a Heimerdinger.
I don't think we've seen a Heimerdinger this entire split so far.
We have not. Oh my. All right, this is going to be fun. So it is worth noting on this patch, Heimer turrets did get buffed, are actually much more durable. So maybe Arrow and Joey have something cooked up a little bit for a Senna Heimer lane. I gotta say, way back at my collegiate coaching days, there was a collegiate team, Bethany Esports, that did love to run Senna Heimer in scrims. So I have seen this a little bit in, like, you know, Master GM scrims. I think it's playable. It is doable, but I'm really curious to see if Arrow and Joey are up to the task. It is full push into the bot side. It is very tough for Renata and Kalista to deal with. Even with how strong this lane is, they'll be living under turret early in the game.
No, I'm already foreseeing some things with Handshake. Try to use that to relocate turrets slightly to give you a bit more advantage. But it's going to be difficult. We got Heimerdinger, Senna bot lane. That is a lot of range for Immortals Progressive Academy as they face off against 100 Thieves Academy in our second game of the best of two. Can they turn around and get a 1-1, remain one game behind 100 Thieves? Or will 100 Thieves remain on top, vying for number one against Team Liquid? Well, with Immortals all grouped up like this, and even 100 Thieves on the other side, it's going to be passing ships in the night.
Also, a fun note I just got in our break. Shout out to Keel. As I was talking with the other day about Belveth, one of the amateur junglers that we have from AoE Ginger Turmeric. Last time Arrow was in NA, he was rank 1, maining Heimer bot lane. So Heimerdinger and Draven were his two picks of choice. So this is also something Arrow has a bit of experience on.
Interesting.
I
knew the Draven, but I didn't know the Heimerdinger.
It will be TP on the Heimerdinger. Again, all about the lane dominance and maintaining that lane dominance.
What? Cubby, have you not played Heimerdinger ADC before?
Oh, I'm familiar with Heimer bot.
But no, have you played it?
Yeah, actually a few times. I've played this lane.
You've played Heimerdinger.
I have played the Heimer in this lane, yes.
There we go. Thank you. I just wanted to get that clarified. Because, yeah, I mean, I look at this, and this is kind of expected. Arrow with the TP, all about lane domination against especially low-range champions like Kalista and Renata early into the game. Might as well try to go for the full shove, if ever. You get a visit from Will, yeah, that's when you're like, okay, reset, TP back, do it all over again.
And you can see Busio was actually hovering a potential invade from Chad, as it will be topside starts for each of these junglers, but it does mean that the 100 Thieves bot lane a little bit late to the waning phase as the harassment begins. BMFX will be under siege.
The triangle. I love the triangle. That's the strat with Heimerdinger. You get the triangle. If you need to move it up, you do like so. Force them out. Look how low BMFX is just from one little trade. Even if Joey took a lot of damage as well, he's Senna. He'll heal it all back up.
Yeah, and you can see Arrow, whenever BMFX goes for that auto, Arrow just trades an auto back, as again, the turrets do the shoving for him. I think it is important for Arrow, too. It is the B skin for Heimer, as Arrow does love his B motes. Staying on theme here, Arrow.
Got it. Gotta get back.
I respect it.
Bap favorite mid laner, right?
Arrow has the B skins. Pretty has the green skins for IMT.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
He plays the green Zoe, too.
So, actually, now that you brought up Pretty, I'm looking at this trend, and again, he's getting pushed back by Jimmy, having a difficult time of getting control, which for Chad, who usually on this Rengar looks for that level 3, level 4 play against his opponent, hasn't been able to do so because he doesn't have the confidence with this mid laner.
Now, this is how the matchup plays out for the Twisted Fate. It is one where you lose the lane to Swain, but with the gold card, you can try and at least stall him out in the team fights. So, Pretty, again, this about going as expected as Jimmy and nice combo there on the Swain to make sure that Pretty stays under the turret. But oh my, look at Vital.
Vital, when did you get
Three-wave
here?
roam.
Okay, got the flash in as well. Got the Vital proc, looking to see if he can take down Jimmy in. It's a flash in for Pretty as well. They've got a lot of damage in. First blood's picked up by Pretty with Will, taking the low health bar. Pretty, he's focused and he's gone down. Will, 1v2. Vital, he gets flashed on by Will. One more staggering blow or just a dash in from the Nimbus Strike will take a double kill.
And Will, right place at the right time, cleaning up his clear. Again, just wrapped up, doing all of his camps. The bot Crab is able to cruise on mid and turns that play around for 100 Thieves as the creative move from Vital. Honestly, that's one way to utilize Fiora if you aren't going to be diving top, but just go walk mid. It was the right move, but it does not work as, the Q flash from Boostio doesn't quite connect.
Now he's got to be in danger
He's in trouble.
himself. He's got to run away with no flash. They're chasing him. They're hunting him, but they try to put back a little bit of a fight onto Joey. They've got the exhaust, and they got the flash in for BMFX to take him down. Arrow, it is you against them now. Can you do what Will did to your own team before, or will you be able to turn around as we go mid lane? Chad is here. Yeah, no flash for Jimian. It's going to be dead meat. Give the kill over to Chad so you can set him up early, but Pretty takes it instead.
Bot lane, God. This is one of the things I just really like about Busio. Goes for the Q flash from Renata. Not able to connect it, but also knows that he's going to die. So him and BMFX decide to try and turn it around. They actually make that work and somehow walk out with a kill in that lane. Now, it's still not great for BMFX. Yes, he has a kill, but he's going to lose a double wave to that turret bot. If we can actually pan towards the bot turret real quick. Arrow just crashed a massive wave.
And
that BMFX, he's going to drop all of this. But still, Busio going for the play, not able to make it, was still able to make something happen even in a bad scenario. Just knowing that he was going to die to any sort of slow with Senecue, somehow turns it around to at least get something for his team, but still, it's a big mistake for 100 Thieves because they lose a double wave. And that's 2 plates gone because Arrow's able to TP back.
I was just about to say, it's double wave, and they took that first plate with Arrow back in lane.
This one should be gone, yeah.
Look at that. They noticed that Will was nearby. I think spotted him on a ward right at Pixel Brush. And just getting pinged by Jimian. I think he just cleared it out as well. So they know that Will's in the vicinity, and that's why they're backing off.
We'll be able to use the sweeper to help out clear some vision around Jimian, who again has fallen twice. That is a positive for IMT. Pretty's in good shape so far.
Pretty's doing well. He's got 2 kills to his name. He's got himself the Ionian Boots of Lucidity, so he can get a little bit more movement speed as well. That's the cooldown reduction. Calling up Chad again. Flashless Jimian is a good target for them. But with the nice control ward that had been placed down by Jimian, spots him out, forces Chad to go look elsewhere.
Chad is in the middle of his second clear. Of course, did start on the top side. He's just going to proc that dragon.
Ooh, wait a minute.
Has taken a couple love taps from the dragon. Yeah. And Will, I don't know if he spotted that or not.
He didn't at all.
Doesn't matter.
That
bot lane priority.
The Vision of Empire just did. So they now know that it is being taken, and that is why they're rushing up to the top Scuttle Crab so they can at least get something back on the map. Hopefully the the Rift Herald when it spawns.
Looking at Chad, looks to be the Essence Reaver rush on the Rengar.
As usual?
Usual for Chad. Sometimes you can sneak in some other stuff. It's possible.
What are you talking about, like Rocket Belt?
Moving on.
You've never played AP Rengar.
Oh, way back in the day. The tank AP
recently.
Rengar?
No,
Season 2?
No. Recently.
No, God, no, not recently.
Why? You just blow one person up really quickly and just nuke them. Doesn't matter durability or not, they're dead.
The ARAM meta is strong with this one. That's the only answer I've got.
Look, I play it mid lane and top lane.
As we got Rift Herald coming up in 30 seconds. I think it's really important
I played sometimes support too.
All right, we saw some Rengar Ivern recently, not AP though. I'm sorry.
It's okay. All right, and what we are seeing is another plate almost falling in the bot lane.
Third, jeez.
Yeah.
Arrow actually dropped the ult there to empower the turret.
I think the only thing that could have made this lane even more oppressive is instead of Senna, if it was Ziggs.
I mean, that's just when we get to the crazy line, Magical, as we do like the Senna here.
No, we do. I'm just saying, it's like they could take the turret even quicker. And now Chad, that's a massive minion wave. Flashes in, looking for the kill, but that's way more damage onto Chad. So Pretty's a little bit too late to be able to save the life of his jungle with the Cyclone on top of Pretty. Getting a bit of damage with the Ignite ticking on to Tenacity. Vital never even showed up. There's too much of the minions there pouring away at him, so he couldn't even fight back.
And what a game. What a series now from Will. 6-0 on this Wukong. He is reading Chad like a book. Like that top lane hover, that's a really good play from Will because he's hovering to make sure they get the crash to start Rift, and now it's going to lead to 2 kills.
Minion wave as well, flashing in. Tenacity.
Oh my
3
goodness.
kills, and he's only level 8. Who needs scaling in this game after all?
Well, this game's looking pretty grim again, Mad Magical. As despite
Chad's back.
The success of the Hiberninger, Chad, he's got to go for something. He's going to wait for Will to base, and he's going to try and fish for Tenacity here.
He spotted out. Oh, no.
Oh.
Tenacity should know. Chad's there. Chad to pull the trigger. All right, a little bit
running
late.
Yeah.
Just going to grab the minions. There's so many pouring into that turret. They've already lost 2 plates. I feel like that is the call they have to go for. Now bot lane, we're seeing that there's a little bit of trade. The handshake back onto Joey, but you got to keep in mind where the turrets are at the moment. They're getting a lot of damage on to Busio, but Busio got more damage onto Joey. Now Arrow, he's on the run, but look at the turrets. They're wailing away at Busio at the moment. The rocket's going to connect, and that's a big one. Wait a minute, Busio. The minions, are you careful enough? And BMF, you've gone way too far. Arrow, he's taken down. It's a bailout kill.
Holy smokes, Busio, BMFX, they came to play today too as 100 Thieves Academy. What a series from then, Mad Magical, just across the board. Individual plays being made by these guys. And also, we're seeing some of the hints of team play too, especially with Will, who I think hasn't had he's been great in the team fights, hasn't had the best early game plans, but man, he's been tracking Chad really well in this one, showing up to the right place at the right time. This game is all 100 Thieves Academy again. 2.5K gold lead, scaling with the Kale. Again, I don't know what IMT does to get back in this game. We're 10 minutes in, and it already feels like 100 Thieves are in an almost unlosable position.
It's already almost a 3,000 gold lead over Immortals. 100 Thieves are dictating all the pace of the game, while they do need to clear out some of the vision on the bottom half of the map. With Vital TPing top lane, Tenacity not even burning his own TP, they've got a lot of advantages to play around.
And it's got to feel good, too, for BMFX, again, who hasn't had the best laning start to this split, to have a 3-0 start against Arrow and Joey.
Last game,
Arrow.
7-0.
Yeah, 7-0 last game. I think it was a good game for BMFX, but, man, how they played out this lane, the Senaheimer, a very cheesy lane and one that's difficult to deal with early. The 2 of these guys being able to bounce back, make something happen again. Really, really good to see. And now we just get to see, can 100 Thieves close this out as clean as they were able to in the last game? It was one bad fight. It was really the only mistake they made. And this is the improvement we want to see out of this squad.
On the hunt.
As Jimmy in.
Nearby. Jimmy in. He has flash, but that's going to be on contention with the soft watch. But with the Cyclone 2, it's not enough to really save him. He has to flash back. Vital might get the kill, but they already lost shot. Now Pretty's getting wailed away on by Will, and they still didn't kill Jimmy. And one staggering blow gets... Oh, that is the gold to make him live. And now he might die to Vital as he looks to chase him down. He's got enough damage. He can get Will if he wants to, but he's being cautious about this one. He's not too comfortable, especially with how far away Will is going.
I think he's got to execute.
Will execute to the turret,
Ooh, well played.
Should still be a kill for Vital.
Well played. Well played by Vital with the QW. As still, Will, the hover. Huge play. 100 Thieves turn around. Another proactive attempt from IMT. And 100 Thieves looking to cruise to a 2-0. That'd be very nice for them going into the long break we have. And again, Will, his ability to track this game, Mad Magical. This is really a look we know that we've seen from Will in the past with his time with Dignitas in the last summer, of course, taking this break, but we haven't seen a game like this from Will. We haven't seen a series like this from Will, where he's been reading the enemy jungler like a book. just able to be in the right spot at the right time. That's been a weakness of Will so far this split. The fact that he's having really solid games, really solid looks, just playing the jungle role, helping out his lanes, being at the right place at the right time. This is the stuff I've been waiting to see out of Will. The reason I was so excited about him last summer, we're seeing this in the series today.
It's all learning experience, after all, in Academy. He's played against the Rengar before, back on week 1, day 2. Played against it in the Kindred matchup, didn't have quite the success against that. Now he knows. He knows how to play around it, knows the early spikes that Cat could go for, the cheesy plays he might execute. He's been able to contain them very well, as you'd call it out. He's gotten 4 kills to his name. Divine Tsundere already built up. Not even a full item for Chad yet.
And this is the point of the game where Wukong is just so obnoxiously strong too. Level 9, Sunder completed. You can take any fight you want. As Jimian going to utilize his priority to try and find Chad for a fight.
Smite secures it for Chad.
Smite of the way.
Should at least be able to steal 1 chicken nugget from the Happy Meal. At least a little bit, and with control around the bottom half of the map. Looking for the Dragon Wall. Vital, top lane. It's a level 11, level 9 fight. That's going to be Divine Intervention, but Tenacity will fall in this fight. It's a good kill and a good shutdown for Vital.
Good look. IMT, they sync that up with the Dragon as Pretty. Making something happen across the map. Really well done by IMT. Much needed. Still think it's a Doom game. As we do have an Infernal Soul on the Rift here, Mad Magical. And 100 Thieves. They saw that play happen on the top side. They're looking for one themselves on the bot side is...
Oh no! BMFX took too much turret damage. So says you, Cubby. Caster cursing 100 Thieves. Man, you need to stop. And now Chad, mid lane, Jimian. Wait a minute. No, Jimian, not you too!
Oh man. All right. A couple mistakes here.
I can't believe you've done this, Cubby. I can't believe you've done this.
100 Thieves. This is why I love the team. It is all hands, man. Sometimes we go a little bit too hard, but that's part of the fun. Part of the journey.
That's also why I like Immortals, to be honest, because they're a team that does wild plays too, and we have just suddenly seen them skyrocket back in gold. Now, only about 1,300 gold behind 100 Thieves Academy. Just over the 14-minute mark, about to be 15. Gold picked up in some crucial areas too, Chad. I think he's gotten 2 stacks now of the Bone Tooth Necklace. They'll have a little bit more damage they can provide as well. Getting a kill for Senna. Nope, just the 1 stack. Sorry, just the 1 stack. I forgot they took it off assists.
Yeah, I gotta say, going back to that bot lane play, I do want to give credit to Arrow and Joey. Connected all their CC onto Beam Effects after killing the wave. Got him stuck under turret. That is what created the kill, as it was a pretty big mistake from 100 Thieves, but still well played to Arrow and Joey, able to punish that. Turn that around as Heimerdinger. Still a tough son of a gun to dive, that's for sure.
I was about to say, it's while you were able to get the kills in the lane, it's a long lane. You have a lot to fight around those turrets against Arrow, but once you're underneath the turret, you got all the turrets and the big turret and also the actual turret. You're not diving a Heimerdinger anytime soon. Just the Illuminati place down, gotta stop watching your inventory and watch them die.
IMT, at least able to get some push on the map now, as, of course, Senna plus Heimer. Yeah, these guys can shove, and we will see if it turns into anything, as Busio's at least here on the hover.
Ooh, nice riposte there. Demonic Ascension.
Oh, we caught the W.
Got the W, and Vital, he pops the ult to get a little bit more movement speed, and just in case he had to go fight against Jimmy. Pops the Supernova. Now, with Busio there, the flash is burned out of Vital, and that's not going to be a good play unless he can turn this around. 1v2, low mana, low health, and not really a care in the world to see if he's going to be able to survive. He gets away from the Empire, but it's still Busio who takes him with a handshake.
Oh, man, some of the side steps there were so good from Vital, but just not enough. Too many skill shots in the end. Rookie top laner for IMT falls. Joey.
This
could be dangerous.
Yeah, I was about to say, Joey, please back off, and he does.
I think game plan for IMT, get picks around the Kale. I think attacking Kale with Twisted Fate, still something that's very viable. TF, pretty. Still rather strong at the moment. You have a rapid fire cannon available with these gold cards. If you're able to isolate people from 100 Thieves and get picks, it's a winnable game. If you team fight them in the 5v5 and you jump into them, it's not a winnable game. So we will see if we have any picks set up by the side of IMT.
Nah.
As at the moment,
Ebb and flow,
those
man.
turrets are
ebb
stronger.
Yeah.
But
just
they
ebb and
still
flow.
melt.
Well, yeah,
info.
I mean, it's pretty easy to take down these turrets. They're not like actual turrets.
Okay, Bad Magical. Okay.
Come on, man. And now look at Jimmy on the other side, getting picked off by using
go.
that Destiny to try to get on top of him, but he's still alive, trucking away with a bailout on top of him. Hostile takeover.
Oh, they
Make sure he's
saved
gonna live. He
Oh my
survived,
God.
but there's Chad looking for Jimmy to take him down, but he's bounced around and cannot
No
do
way.
it. They've got 2 kills on 100 Thieves side somehow, some way, but it seemed like the pick had come through for Immortals. 100 Thieves bounce it back.
Man, as if the healing from Swain wasn't enough, Busio with the bailout, just like, here, have another health bar, heal through this a little bit. They're actually able to get a kill and save them, as that's before the Dragon. A couple members of 100 Thieves going to reset, get their health bar back for the Dragon. But Busio, he's healthy enough, takes total control over the bot side jungle. It should be all 100 Thieves, as Tenacity even going to take this. And I think, despite a couple mistakes we saw from 100 Thieves there a couple minutes back, the game's gone back to the pace that we're looking for them, which is, this is a tough draft for IMT to win to this state. And
We have learned a big lesson here, Cubby.
What is that? That magical.
Kale, Swain, and Renata Glosk is goddamn powerful.
It's good.
It's good.
It's good. Again, we said a lot of these teams have different reads on the patch at the moment. I will credit Immortals. I think they are one of the more creative teams we have in Academy.
Yeah.
One of the reasons they took top 4 last split is,
Chad's
oh boy.
about to get caught out now. He doesn't have flash.
Okay.
No way. Oh, no. They committed the TP too, so that's going to be burned with the TP coming in behind them from Jimmy and finding Arrow, getting a little bit of damage, but it's just a little Beamer Dinger trying to run away back to the turret, flashing underneath it, getting a lot of damage, and he didn't even need to pop the Supernova. He already got the kill.
Vital's waiting, but Vital's scared. Vital's running for the hills.
Can't fight this. Yeah.
He's trying to stay out of the vision. That's the Dragon going over to 100 Thieves as this game. Again, going back to the IMT point, they're one of the more creative teams we have. I think they're willing to play and try a lot of strats. This is certainly one of them. But sometimes those strats don't go their way, and things can look ugly. And when you have an early game team composition like this, it doesn't go your way. This is when things start to look ugly. And that happens for IMT.
It does.
They do have a lot of wins that look ugly for other teams, too, to be fair.
That is true. They like to drag people down to their level. They like to make them play chaotically, but you can tell the hands. 100 Thieves playing it well, looking to see if they can remain in that second place definitively, right on the tail of Team Liquid Academy. So Immortals themselves, they're only down a game for Immortals, and now they'll be down 3 whole games just from 100.
If TL drops the game, it'll be tied up between them and 100 Thieves. I think it's worth noting. Still have a lot of time to see how our standings shake out, but these are, I would say, both teams that I expect to be in the top 6 of Academy. As since we are now in the second round robin, I think it is important to remind our viewers that if you are top 6 in the regular season standings, you get seeded into the main bracket, and do not have to play a do-or-die best-of-3 against an amateur team, which is a scary scenario.
No plans
just
for
the
you.
fact, single limb's not fun. I'd much rather be in double limb. That's where we're gonna put it. Yeah.
And this game's still afoot, though. Even with a 5,500 gold deficit for Immortals Progressive Academy, there's not a team likely to just give up. They don't roll over and just say, all right, the game's done. They will fight. They will look for these plays. They're looking for the pick on a BM Effect and a Boostio on the other side with a lot of damage on top of BM Effect, but Chad wasn't able to dive in. It was a little too early from Pretty. Wasn't able to tag team with Chad, so they now have to run away.
They did at least buy some time for Vital, though, to get this wave crash bottom. Tenacity will go pick it up now.
Oh, so it will.
Vital's sticking around, actually.
Yeah.
Vital's dead. Vital's going to start running for the hills. Okay,
Ooh,
never mind.
Okay, they don't commit.
Fiora's slippery.
That's true.
I'm calling people dead too early on this patch. It's, durability patch, it's throwing me off, too.
You just got to be like me and believe. Just got to believe.
Believe in the craziness.
Yeah, the heart of cards or whatever it is.
Kangas is back. We could believe in the heart of cards, but...
All right, well, Joey, he believed a little too hard. As he gets caught out pretty easily by Will. The TP even committed from Tenacity.
Wait, what's the Beyblade phrase?
I don't know. I never played Beyblades.
Okay, because Will just went full Beyblade mode over Joey. It's going to be the parry. Let it rip. Will let it rip. That was it.
There it is. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
We got it. Well, with the Baron taken and secured, Arrow.
Oh, no.
You realize you're blue side, right?
Busio.
You realize you're going the wrong way, and you're fighting back against Jimmy and Busio. I already talked about how OP that composition is already. You weren't going to win.
Hiding the hostile takeover in the wall and then having them auto the blast cone in front of them was pretty cool. I actually didn't know that you autoed blast cones if you were in
I
Berserk
didn't know
mode.
that either.
We're in something new today. Thanks, Busio. Thanks, 100 Thieves Academy. As I think we also learned, if you don't have damage, Kale Swain looks pretty OP.
And with the Renato too, it's impossible to kill the Swain.
Assistant Coach Kiss is still as lost as he always is. Honestly, might have been more on point than he usually is, considering that he was missing.
Wait, about what?
Exactly.
I don't understand.
What else have we learned today, Matt Magical?
Well, I've learned a lot of things, about family, about friendship, about being kind to your neighbors, and the heart
That's
of the
an
cards.
important one.
Yeah.
I like that. Honor the golden rule.
Yeah.
But
I've also learned that 100 Thieves, they know how to play this composition very well, and if someone doesn't ban away. The thing is, it's even hard to say, oh, ban this, ban that, because they just have such an unusual way to play. And now with one more fight attempted by Immortals Progressive, they've already got Divine Intervention. But that Cyclone from Will, it is massive. An arrow, even though he put down the big turret, he's getting focused by Jimmy and the Berserk on the other side to zone them away with the knock-up on Joey. They've got everything. Unless they can get one kill, it's only the Renato Gloss they've taken down in the fight so far. But they're underneath the turret. They're taking a lot of damage coming in from it. Try to see if they can survive, out-survive. And with Pretty, the last surviving member, he is killed by Tenacity, and 100 Thieves will claim this game once more.
Man, this was a one-sided series, Mad Magical, and I gotta say, Will, this is the best series I've seen out of him. I think the best series I've seen out of BMFX as well, and good signs only for 100 Thieves Academy as they cruise to a 2-0 to kick off our second round robin.
Wow, this is not what I expected. I thought it would be a lot closer, a lot more feisty between the two teams.
Yeah.
But 100 Thieves, second round robin, one hell of a way to start it off.
And I mean, this is a great sign for the team moving forward, because I know from talking with Busio yesterday, I was asking him about, where do you kind of see yourself? What's the competition? Where are you trying to grow? He talked a little bit about how he's trying to grow leadership-wise, seeing Closer while he was in Korea lead the LCS team and how he shot calls that. I know that's someone that Busio is trying to evolve to be. And this was a team in the first round robin that did look like they lacked direction on the Rift at times. But man, I know they got massive leads. That does make it a lot easier. But still, the ability for 100 Thieves to close out those games, and the ability for Will to track Chad, to be in the right place at the right time, especially in that second matchup. His Wukong is 7-0. When are people going to start denying Will this champion?
He studied Chad's gameplay on Rengar, he downloaded it, and his Wukong is unstoppable. We're going to toss it to a break for now. When we come back, Kangas will be here for his first interview. I keep saying it's first for Kangas because it is. Now, take a break.
Welcome everybody, as I have the top laner for 100 Thieves Academy, Tenacity, who apparently doesn't realize that when production says we're unmuting you, he doesn't have to reply with thanks bro, but I'm hoping that the audience caught that one. Congratulations on the win, man. And I gotta start with the meta that we've been looking at so far. You've played so many different champions, 2 Kale games in a row in this last series. What are your thoughts on the champ pool viability, and also what's your favorite champ to play right now?
My favorite champ to play, let's start off with that. Fiora. Broken. I was about to swear. I'm gonna stop myself there. Yes,
okay,
Kale or
good.
not Kale. Fiora is very, very broken right now. You can just blind it, play into anything. I'm comfortable playing into anything. Been drawing some bans, so that feels pretty good. But yeah, I'm enjoying the meta. Like, I literally just pick whatever. I think I picked like Yasuo last week. I was pretty bored. Like, coach said, what are you picking? I said, oh, just give me Yasuo. I insta-locked it. He can't say shit. So
that's it.
No.
You just like, that was not a coach pick. That was actually just a straight up Tenacity pick.
I just wanted to play it. I played it in scrims the day before, and it just looked fun. So.
Well, I mean, hey, it's working out for you. You're finding a lot of wins so far, and you're turning a lot of heads, too. I don't know if you're aware of this, but we did like a poll of all the broadcast talent. Who do we think that's in Academy right now is ready to play an LCS at this moment? Drop of a hat, who could sub in? And both Mazel and Cubby picked you. So first of all, congratulations on that. You're definitely impressing us here on the broadcast. But I'm curious for you as a player, as an individual, what do you think you need to accomplish to make that not only the broadcast perspective, but just the general perception as well?
I think I just need to stick with consistency in my gameplay. I've shown like glimpses of like light a little bit, but I think staying consistent is probably one of my biggest issues, because I'm definitely like the best top laner in Academy in my eyes. So at least like laning wise, but I saw like stumble around like the mid game, getting caught, fighting to the death, on some warrior shit, but you know.
Hey, that's the mentality that we need, though, from the young guns coming into the LCS. Now, I've noticed I've been following you on Twitter for a while. Outside of looking like Mick Jagger, I think that you got a mean selfie game. You post a lot of selfies, or at least when you do post photos. But I got to teach you a new one. Go with me on this because it's going to make sense in a second. All right. So the classic flex, it's overused, it's overdone. What I want to teach you here, this is something that's going to get all the gamers going. You got to raise up your wrist like this, okay? This is called the wrist flex, all right? I need you to do this for me real quick here. It's going to make sense in a second. You just raise up your arm, bring it over to this side. Bring it over to this side of your face. So kind of across your body, turn your shoulders. It's okay, you're getting it. There you go. Now move the fist to the other side of your head. Move it across the screen. There you go.
Like this?
Yeah, that's it. Sure, okay. Yeah, that works. What you're doing is you're showing off your wrists, okay? Now, as gamers, I think it's important that we all take care of our wrists. And there's actually one gamer in particular who has notoriously weak grip strength and wrist strength. That's Tyler1. Now, I know that the two of you have had a little bit of interactions, as he's said that you are a washed top laner on stream. Now, you actually tweeted that out during this series, and my producer, Kelsey, said that I have to chastise you for that and give you a chance to defend yourself. So, Tenacity, why were you tweeting during the series?
I'm not gonna lie, I was just bored. I was playing Kale. I was like hitting the rock camp, you know, just pushing the side lane, porting on my head. I'm fucking fighting to the death all the time, just hitting the waves. I was pretty bored.
Sure.
I'm not gonna lie to you. So, you know, I gotta go on Twitter sometimes, you know, get the dopamine check.
Stimulate the mind during these Kale games. I understand that.
Yeah.
Now, final opportunity. I just taught you the pose, so if you want to use it, feel free. What's your message back to Tyler1? I know it's an older statement that he said, but what's your message to Tyler1 who called you washed on stream?
I don't know. I don't really have a statement. You know, I can't shit talk him. I'm a bit of a social climber, you know, so
okay.
We're gonna keep it neutral for now.
All right, keeping it mutual for now. Maybe at some point you'll have an opportunity to prove it on the Rift and have that be your statement. But thank you so much, Tenacity. Congratulations on the win, and best of luck going into a break week next week before we see you back after that.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye.